Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to the world of physics. Today our topic is addition of vectors by rectangular components. The analytical method for addition of vectors is called addition of vectors by rectangular components. And to get this we will need to find out two vectors. They say this is vector A in Cartesian coordinate system. This is called vector A, and this vector is making an angle theta A with the horizontal. We have one more vector called vector B in this direction, different from A, again in Cartesian coordinate system, and this vector B is making an angle theta B with the horizontal axis, and this theta B is different from theta A. Now we have to add these two vectors in another Cartesian coordinate system. Here first of all we will take origin point O, and then we will place vector A just like this in this diagram. This is called vector A. Now to add vector B in vector A, we will place the tail of vector B on the head of vector A in this way. We have placed the tail of B on the head of A. This is vector B. Now we need to find out their resultant. So to find out the resultant, we will take a line or an arrow from the tail of vector A up to the head of vector B. A straight line from the tail of vector A up to the head of vector B is called resultant R. This is the resultant vector. As it is very much clear from the diagram that we have got R by adding vector A and vector B by head to tail rule. That's why we can write down R equals to A plus B. This is equation number 1. You can see, first of all, to find out components of R, that is Rx and Ry, we need to find out components of A and components of B. So first of all we are going to complete the diagram, and when we will start the derivations. How to make components of A? Drop perpendicular from the head of A on x-axis. In this way, this is called x component of A. This is x component of A. So I will write down Ax at this point because this is x component of A. As this is x component of A, just like this is called y component of A, called Ay. I have split A into its two rectangular components Ax and Ay. Now I have to split B, but B has not this origin. B has this origin. So when we will drop a perpendicular from the head of B, that will be dropped on this point like this. In this way I have dropped a perpendicular up to this position. This point, this vector from this point up to this point is called Bx because this is x component of B, and a vector from this point up to this point is called By because this is y component of B. So I will complete this perpendicular up to this position to get one more vector, because if this vector is Ay from this position up to this position, then this is also Ay. You can easily see that this is equal in magnitude and same in direction. And if the vector from this origin point up to this point is Bx, then a vector from this point up to this point is also called Bx, as they are same in magnitude and same in direction. Now we can say that we have got x components of A and y component of A, and x component of B and y component of B, as R equals to vector A plus vector B, and Rx, that is x component of R, is equal to Ax plus Bx, that is x components of A and B. And you can see from this point up to this point is the x component of r, because r is from this point up to this point, and this is a combination, or this is an addition of ax and bx. Just like this, come on the y component of r. This is the y component of r, and you can get this component by adding ay and by, and we can write down ry is equal to ay plus by. Up till now we have write down the vectors, and now we are going to write down vectors with their unit vectors. So for this equation of rx, I can write down rx equals to axi plus bxi, because rx is a combination of x components of a and b. Rx, that is the x component of r, is a combination of ax and bx. To find out the magnitude of rx, I may write down rx is equal to ax plus bx and their magnitude. Say this is equation number 2 and this was equation number 1. Now I can write down ry, or magnitude of ry, in the same manner. That magnitude of ry is equal to magnitude of ay plus magnitude of by. Say this is equation number 3. And also by rectangular components, vector r is equal to rxi plus ryj. That is, the vector r is equal to rxi plus ryj. This is equation number 4. We have got 4 equations up till now, equation number 1, 2, 3 and 4. And by putting equation number 2 and equation number 3 in equation number 4, because in equation number 2 and equation number 3 we have the values of rx and ry. By putting these values, the value of r is equal to, instead of rx, I will write down ax plus bx, and common is unit vector I, plus instead of ry, I will write down ay plus by, and the unit vector is j. I have written this equation: r equals to ax plus bx into I unit vector plus ay plus by into j unit vector. By rectangular components, the magnitude of r, this was the vector r, and now I am going to find out magnitude of r. And you must know that to find out magnitude of r, we must need to use Pythagoras theorem. To find out magnitude of r, we use formula r equals to under root of rx square plus ry square. We will use this formula by using Pythagoras theorem. This is equation number 5, in which we have got the value of magnitude of r. In this magnitude of r, we can again put the values of rx and ry, and rx is equals to ax plus bx, ry is equal to ay plus by. To put these values, we will write down r equals to under root, instead of rx, I will write down ax plus bx whole square, and then instead of ry, I may write down ay plus by whole square. Now this is magnitude of resultant vector. Now I need to find out direction of resultant vector. To find out direction of resultant vector, we use theta r. Theta r is equal to tan inverse of ry divided by rx. As ry and rx and as tan theta is always used to find out direction. Now we can again put the values of ry and rx. And how can we put these values? By using ay plus by instead of ry, and by using ax plus bx instead of rx. In this way we can find out the value of direction of resultant theta r, which is equal to tan inverse of ay plus by divided by ax plus bx. Suppose we have more than two components, because in this diagram we have only two components. A has ax and ay, b has bx and by, r has a and b. These are the components. R has rx and ry. Suppose we have more than two vectors to add. Then what about the value of r? If we have more than two vectors to add, then r vector will be equal to sum of all x components of those vectors which we need to add. For example, ax plus bx plus cx plus up to so on, and plus ay plus by plus cy plus up to so on. Up to so on means we can add as much vectors as are available in this diagram. In this diagram we have only two vectors, but if we have more than two vectors to add, then we may write down all these vectors in this equation. And to find out the magnitude of r, again we will use the same strategy, that we will take under root of all the x components. All the x components means ax plus bx plus cx plus up to so on whole square, and plus square of all the y components like ay plus by plus cy plus up to so on whole square. In this way, if we have more than two vectors, we can change the value of r by adding all those x components in x and y components in y. And in this way we can easily find out direction and magnitude of resultant vector. Thank you very much.